Hello, I'm Priscilla Archangel, and my leadership insight for you today is the future is now. Embrace it. I'd like to start with a quick quiz for everyone. Raise your hand if you are tired of reading the news about the pandemic. If you're tired of not being able to gather with friends and family the way you want to. If you're tired of hearing about the next new COVID-19 surge. If you're tired of how the pandemic is impacting your ability to collaborate with colleagues and solve business challenges. If you're tired of discussing vaccine efficacy, vaccine reactions, and inoculation rates. If you're tired of fighting anxiety or burnout about the impact of the pandemic on normal life. And if you're ready for the new normal. Now, I'm guessing most of you raised your hand on at least 5 or 6 out of those 7 items. And I'd like to announce to you that the new normal is here. There's no need to wait for it any longer. And for some of you, that's good news. For others of you, you are groaning. So here's the deal. We're experiencing a protracted period of not normal, where everything we used to do and the way we used to do it has changed. Now, we're still looking for our new normal, a new routine into which we can settle. It's possible that rather than passively wait or actively plan for the future state, we need to accept that the new normal is today, not tomorrow. And that means that we learn to manage our expectations so that we can minimize anxiety about where we are as we accept that our future will be predictably unpredictable. And the pandemic is only one of the volatile and uncertain, complex, and ambiguous forces that we're experiencing. Many of our frustrations today are related to a heightened awareness of how little we really control in our environment. And we're faced with the reality that we merely influenced the supply-demand economy until factors beyond our control reduced their availability. One example is how the shortage of semiconductor chips to power everything from automobiles to electronics has forced manufacturing plants into temporary shutdowns and negatively impacted employment and profits. And we're now learning to identify and manage risk differently due to several factors. One is insufficient or unreliable data to forecast conclusions. Another is the inability to rely on precedents as a guide because of new situations. A third is the fact that several potentially negative consequences tend to constrain our choices these days. A fourth is that multiple threats intersect with one another. And a fifth is that we have multiple internal and external pressures to drive to certain outcomes. Now, these challenges are arising at an individual, a group, and an organizational level, and our expectations for their impact has to shift as well. As individuals, there's an opportunity to reevaluate our vision and purpose in life and ensure our behaviors and choices are aligned with our values. And now that the new normal is here, we should clarify what's most important for us to accomplish and determine how we want to contribute to the health and wealth and well-being of others. As leaders, this is an opportunity to review our organization's vision and strategies to ensure they are comprehensive for the world we live in. Are decisions being made based upon processes, systems, and cultural norms that we need to let go of? We can recognize that the way we did things in the past won't always work in the present. And instead of viewing these challenges as a barrier, embrace them as stepping stones to defining a new future. Today is the new normal. How are you adapting to move forward? Thanks for listening.